Hi, my name is Matthew Turner, and this is a reading from my latest book, Beyond the Pale. Chapter 1 Koi Restaurant, San Francisco. She spins her spoon on the table, lips pouting and her head slightly shaking from side to side. I hold the phone to my ear, listening but not. I hear the words and passively take them in after another day of endless meetings. Okay, I say, sure. We can talk more about it next week. Still, the words keep flowing, me nodding and motioning my hand in a circle. Okay, I've got to go. Thanks. I place the phone in my pocket. Sorry about that, I say, moving my hand to the middle of the table. Where were we? I think it's time, Ferdinand, she says, clearing her throat and stopping the spoon mid-spin. She avoids looking at me, her eyes dancing from the entrance to the kitchen, the other tables and above my head. Time for what? Closing her eyes, she sighs. Us. Us. What about us, Becky? She looks at me finally. Come on. You know, she says with a half smile. It was the first thing I noticed when I approached her in the bar. When was it exactly? 18 months ago? She had flashed me that half smile as I tried to buy her a drink. I knew straight away it would take a lot more than one drink to get her to let her guard down. I shrug. She laughs effortlessly as she does so often, accompanying her half smile. In fact, that makes sense, she says. I imagine no girl has ever dared break up with you. You breaking up with me? I ask quietly, observing our surroundings and noticing how close our fellow diners are to us. Small wooden tables barely a foot apart, a fluffy white cushion the only barrier between Becky and the woman next to her. Where's this coming from? I ask a little louder. We were just enjoying an amazing meal, and this wine, I continue, picking up a glass. The best wine we've had in a long time. Yeah, it is. And that's the problem. I don't understand. With a long sigh, she places her napkin on the table and leans toward me. You cancelled this dinner 3 times already. You've been out past 11 each day this week. Have you even noticed that I haven't been staying at your place for the last 2 weeks? What do you mean not staying at mine? Sure you have. No, Ferdinand, I haven't. Not that your place is mine. We've only been dating for 2 years, but have you asked me to move in? No. Do we ever talk about the future? Of course we do. We were talking about the future just earlier. She laughs. Not the effortless kind this time, either. You were talking about your business's future. You always talk about the future of Contello, and your future as some rock star CEO. But we never talk about our future. And you never asked me about mine. Well, I always figured your future was the same as mine. You're part of my future, Becky. I love you. Rubbing her eyes, she shakes her head. No, you don't, Ferdinand. A waiter walks past our table, disturbing the tablecloth as he does. The room's perfectly lit, not too bright, but far from dark. A long, slim painting rests above Becky's head, an assortment of white circles and swirls on a dark black canvas. I don't even think you know what love is, she continues. I'd say you love yourself, but I'm not even sure about that anymore. I'd say you love your business and your amazing career and everything that it offers, but again, I'm not too sure about it's true. Come on, I say, holding my hands. I love you. I love my business and I love my life. I love our life together. I thought you did too. So this comes as a surprise to you. Yes, this is completely out of the blue. She slumps back into her chair, her eyes tightening and glistening in the light. It's really sad, Ferdinand. It's sad that you haven't noticed any of this. You don't notice me. You don't see that I'm unhappy. You don't even notice if I'm there or not. Silence falls over us as the chatter around from other tables takes over. Couples laughing, sharing stories, work colleagues having fun, clinking glasses and letting off steam. An older couple to the right of us, holding hands over their empty plates. But what? I don't know, she says. I know you're not a bad person, but these days I'm not sure what kind of person you are. You've always been busy. You've always had ambition. It's one of the things that first attracted me to you. You were passionate. If something important to you, you were all in. But over the last year you have, I don't know, changed. I haven't changed. I'm the same person I've always been. You knew what you signed up for when you agreed to date with me. What I signed up for, she asks, incredulous. When I agreed to date you. Ferdinand, do you hear yourself? I'm not one of your employees. I didn't sign up for anything and I didn't agree to date with you. We met and I liked you and I liked us. And we lived life with each other. For a time I thought I would live the rest of my life with you. But I've known that isn't the case for some time now. Where is this coming from? Haven't you heard anything I've just said? Yeah, sure, but I take a deep breath, close my eyes, and try to clear my head. Look, I know it's been a crazy year, with a big round of investment and, well, you know what it's like. We're growing exponentially. It's a busy time, but it will even out over the next few months. Will it? I promise. I'm sure you believe that's true, she says. But it isn't. You're not busy because you're always working. It's not like you're in the office until midnight every day. Your life is spent in meetings. And then you just hang out with your minions most nights at some club or an event you just have to attend. That's part of work, Becky. If that's what you tell yourself. It is. Fine. Well, if that is true, you've confirmed all my suspicions. What? Like, you don't care about me. At least you don't care about me enough to have me as a priority in your life. Be honest. Do I even make the top 5? Of course you do. She raises a brow. You are. We're here, aren't we? We've had a nice evening, right? She nods. But one evening every couple of weeks isn't a relationship. We've been dating over 2 years. How did we spend our anniversary? I freeze. We did nothing, Ferdinand. For weeks, I kept asking you about it. I spoke to Christian to make sure he put it in your precious calendar and to remind you, which he did. He even booked us at Quincy and arranged a weekend away in Big Sur, but you cancelled both because something came up. I look away, down at my empty wine glass. What's worse, you didn't even cancel. You had Christian do it. You never even spoke to me about it afterwards. It's like it never happened. In your head, maybe it didn't. Okay. I'm sorry. And you're right. I have been... I pause. You're right. I'm sorry. It's fine. I'm over it. I've been over it for a while. I tried to make it work. And I tried to talk to you about it. I tried to give you space because I know this last year has been tough. And I hoped it would get better once you closed your precious deal, but I kind of always knew it wouldn't change anything. and it hasn't. It will change, though. I will change. I've heard you, and I see where you're coming from. And she reaches out and takes my hand. It's over, Ferdinand. I loved you, and I leave this with some great memories. And I hope you do too. But I don't love you anymore, not like that. And I don't hate you, but if I don't walk away now, I'm afraid I might. I remove my hand and place both of them on my knees, straightening my back and puffing out my cheeks. So that's it. No second chance, no conversation. Don't what? Don't try and make out that this is out of the blue. Just because you've been too oblivious to notice doesn't mean that it hasn't been a long time coming. If you spend just a few minutes outside of Ferdinand Land, I think you'll see that. Hey, come on, don't, she interrupts, her tone stern. Fine, I say, biting my lip and taking another deep breath. So where do we go from here? Nothing changes for you, she says. I've already moved the few things you allowed me to have in your house, and next week I'm heading back to stay with my parents for a while. You're going back to Michigan? There's nothing keeping me here. I came to start a career, but then I met you, and everything got put on hold. I'm not even sure what I want to do anymore, but I'm certain whatever it isn't in a city like this. What's wrong with San Francisco? She sighs. Everything. It's one revelation after another tonight. It really isn't, Ferdinand. But the fact you think it is says everything. She finishes her wine and pushes out a chair, rising to her feet, brushing down her long, elegant black dress. Her wavy blonde hair catches the light, her blue eyes standing out as they do in a gently lit setting like this. It was that smile that pulled me. But it was those eyes that captured my attention in the first place. I don't want things to be strange between us, she says. In time, I would like us to be friends, if you want that too. But right now, please, just don't call me. What? So I'm not allowed to fight for you? I don't want you to. I've thought through this a lot, trust me. I'm hurting. She pauses, shuts her eyes. You've hurt me, Ferdinand. I've been hurt for a while, and I just want to get away from all this and not hurt anymore. Please, let me do that. Her eyes glisten in the light again. Please. My chest aches as my heart races, realizing this may be the final time I see those eyes, the blue tainted red, shaking from the threat of tears. Okay, I say quietly. Thank you. She raises her shoulders and brushes down her dress once more before forcing a smile. Goodbye, Ferdinand. I watch her walk away, her long legs effortlessly taking her to the door, and then, in an instant, out of it. A rush of fresh, cool air replaces her, flowing over the table and onto my face. I'm alone, 2 empty plates with matching empty glasses, discarded napkins and splatters of sauce across the crisp white tablecloth. The chatter around me grows in volume. Colleagues laughing, couples talking, waiters taking orders, and the barman crunching ice. It's a wall of sound, nothing clear enough to make out. Just noise, just other people's noise, and me here, stuck in silence. I reach my wine glass but remember it's empty. The water glass is too. There is nothing to consume me but my own thoughts. It feels like butterflies flutter inside me, working their way around my stomach and chest, along each arm and down both legs. I close my eyes. Breathe to slow down my racing heart. Gather my thoughts and collect some sense of control. I'm used to slowing it all down like this. The endless meetings and unpredictable conversations. I've been here before. Breathe, just breathe. Open your eyes. Gather yourself. Be strong. Lock in control. Can I get you anything else, Mr. Foy? The waiter asks, approaching the table. No, thank you. Here, I say, rooting into my jacket pocket and handing over my card. I need to get going. Can you arrange a car for me? Of course. He nods and walks away, back toward the bar where the barman continues crunching ice. Jeez, I whisper. Where did all that come from? It's been a busy year, and at times I imagine I'm not the easiest person to be in a relationship with. But who is? In a position like mine? I treated her well. We've gone on amazing vacations. We've had fun. What more can she expect at a time like this when I'm building something so important? I sigh, rubbing my eyes and picturing her face. Not the one that's just departed, but rather the version with that smile, cheek to cheek. The way she would stare at me and blink slowly, brushing her hair behind her ear before gently biting her lip. All sorted, Mr. Foy, says the waiter. Your car is waiting outside, whenever you're ready. I nod and retrieve my card from the table, push it into my pocket, and rise to my feet. I don't have time for this, I mutter, heading toward the door. I will be just fine. In fact, I will be better this way. Pulling the door open, I head out into the night air. Cooler, but still warm. The evening is young. And now, I have the time to enjoy it. To read the rest of Beyond the Pale, head to beyondbook.co. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the rest of it.